World Pancreatic Cancer Day. The day aims to raise awareness about early detection and the importance of research for one of the deadliest forms of cancer. Here to tell us about his story and what you need to know about pancreatic cancer is survivor Eric Borden. Eric, I've known you for a long time. I've heard your story, but every time I hear your story, it's inspiring, and I think it's beneficial for people out there. So welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your signs and symptoms, how you found out about it, and how you're here today.
It's really interesting because I really didn't have any specific signs or symptoms. I had been to my doctor who determined that my liver enzymes were elevated, and he did a couple of things. A hepatitis C test turned out to be negative, took me off my statins, didn't really move the envelope. So he just threw up his hands and said, just go for a CAT scan. Let's see, maybe something's there. And lo and behold, that's when they discovered a lesion on my pancreas and told me to come back in a year. And that's when I said, I am my own advocate and I am not coming back in a year, and started my process to take care of this dreaded disease.
And you had a friend who was affected by this too.
I did, yeah. I started really becoming involved with pancreatic cancer awareness and advocacy. I had a friend many years prior to that who contracted pancreatic cancer and unfortunately didn't survive it. But that's why, you know, I was aware of it, which is so important. Awareness is probably the most important message that we're here to deliver today, because November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. Today is World Pancreatic Cancer Day, but we should be aware of all of the signs and symptoms and aware of pancreatic cancer every day of the year.
So that's my next question. You really didn't have many signs and symptoms.
Not really.
And so that's what also makes it difficult. Unfortunately, people catch it too late.
Yes.
And then it can be very deadly. So talk about some signs and symptoms if people were to have signs.
Well, there are a number of them, and unfortunately some of them are masked by other diseases too, so they're not evident. But such signs as becoming jaundiced, having mid-back pain, having very, very severe intestinal issues. Onset diabetes is one that is a sign of potential problems with your pancreas, and there are others too. And you know, everybody can go to pancan.org. There's a graphic of symptoms there to take a look at it and become aware of them. And also, because when people become aware of it, they can also have that conversation with their medical professional, because not all medical professionals will automatically think of pancreas involvement. So, like I said, it does mask. The symptoms do, you know, occur with other things, and oftentimes it's not thought of. So it's really important for people to become aware of the symptoms.
And I know you guys host a walk throughout the year, but you also, how many years are you cancer-free? How long have you been in remission?
I'm working on my 8th year.
8th year, that's amazing. And so talk about some of the progression they've made as far as diagnosis and treatments in 8 years.
Yeah, my protocol that I was under, my chemotherapy treatment, is like old news at this point in time. They've come up with other treatments, other chemotherapy cocktails, if you will, and other treatments as well. One of the things that has improved greatly is imaging. So imaging is allowing the physicians to see more clearly what's going on, and consequently, the number of cases have really risen.
But that's because they're catching it.
That's one of the reasons why they're catching it. The other side of it is that we're seeing it in younger and younger people.
Interesting.
So 30, 40-year-old people too are contracting pancreatic cancer. So it's not just for elderly people anymore. Well,
if you just saved one life by telling your story today, it's worth every effort that you make. Thank you so much for being with us. If you'd like more about World Pancreatic Cancer Day, go to our website, WPBF.com, and of course we'll let you know next time there's a local walk. Thank you so much.